Hello, Crestview Middle School. I'm Carly Roth.
And I'm Ainsley Kiefer.
And
we're reporting from CTV.
The Finding Answers Club is starting every Friday at 7 a.m.
Boys will meet in Mr. Gross's room in B11.
And girls will meet in Miss Barnum's room, room B45. Be sure to go to discuss live questions and eat some donuts.
Academic Spell Bowl signups are now in the office. First meeting will be Tuesday, September 4th from 2:40 to 4 o'clock p.m. in room B59. And now for the lunch menu.
On Tuesday, there will be mac and cheese with chicken drumstick or grilled ham and cheese with green beans, ranch salad, and an apple half.
Wednesday's lunch will be personal pizza with a side of carrots, cucumbers, and peaches.
Thursday's lunch will be mashed potato bowl, mashed potatoes, corn, and a side of bananas.
Friday's lunch will be nachos or lasagna, refried beans, ranch salad, applesauce, and a cookie.
And now for our special interview with Mr. Milton.
I'm here with Mr. Milton, one of the 8th grade science teachers. So Mr. Milton, what made you decide to become a science teacher?
First I didn't want to be, my dad was a science teacher, and I actually went to school to become an exercise science major, graduate exercise science, and then I went to Camp Machindo right after college and worked outdoor education, and found out then and there that teaching is where I needed to be, and that's where I wanted to go.
So why have you stayed at Crestview for all this time?
Great question. I started my student teaching in 2000 here at Crestview, and right after I got done student teaching, they offered me a position to be a 6th grade science teacher. And I said, sure, and then that led up to me being a 7th grade science teacher for the last 16 years, and now here I am my first year in 8th grade.
All right. So why do you have so many animals in your classroom?
Well, it actually kind of started by accident. I had a student, when I was student teaching, and said, hey, Mr. Milton, we have an iguana, would you like it? So I went and asked Mr. Alexander at the time if I could have it, and he said, sure. And then after that, I got offers for other animals, and my zoo just kept growing and growing and growing, and it was a really great opportunity for the kids to, number one, learn responsibility with the animals, and also to give them experience with some animals they've never had before or seen before. So it's a great outreach for other schools as well. We have elementary schools that come in for presentations. We do science nights at Roanoke. So it's been a really great outreach for my students here at Crestview as well as other schools throughout the corporation.
So how do you choose what animals you would like to have?
First of all, most of the time it was whatever is popular for the kids. I know the rabbits are pretty popular. The first thing to do is they come in and they see a snake, and a lot of people are like, ew, I'm not going to hold that. By the end of the year they're holding it. So for me it's more of what the students like, what's popular, and I also put my own flair in it as well of things that I'd like to have or experience in my classroom as well.
So what personally would you say is your favorite science topic?
Well, I'm a little biased because I'm a biology major, so I'll say biology. Cell biology was my major in college, so I have a little bit of leniency towards cell biology, but I also like chemistry as well.
What is your favorite lab to do or to watch students do?
For me, I guess this is my first year in 8th grade, so I'm not really sure yet, but the one I'm most excited about that's going to be coming up here in a few weeks is the mousetrap cards. I'm excited to see what the students come up with. All Mrs. Walter and I are going to give them is a mousetrap, and they have to go and design the rest, so we're excited to see how those races turn out.
And lastly, what advice would you give to someone who is looking to be a science teacher?
Be themselves. Science is one of those subjects that changes all the time. So you have to roll with the punches and roll with the changes. And a lot of things in science, I might teach them about cells this year to what I think is true this year. But as we have a new discovery or new invention or new engineering that's been made to kind of change that idea, then your topic has to change as well. So not saying that everything in science is fact. A lot of stuff is based on theory, and it changes on a daily basis.
All right, thank you. Back to you, Carly and Ainsley.
Thanks, Julia and Mr. Milton, for that great interview.
Now to sports with Grace.
Good morning, Crestview students. I'm Grace Spot here reporting for the sports news. We had our first football game on Monday the 28th. The 7th graders lost 26-6. Noah Wagner scored for Crestview. The 8th grade score was 6-8. Colin Jolis scored our touchdown. The next football game is on the 5th against Riverview. We want as many people as we can to come and support Crestview. All 6th graders were white, 7th graders were blue, and 8th grade wears red. The volleyball and cross country scores didn't get done in time for this episode, but next episode we will give you the scores. And now back to Ainsley and Carly.
Thanks, Grace, for that wonderful sports cast.
Now we have a volleyball interview with reporter Colin Jules.
Hi, I'm Colin Jules. I'm here with Elise Geiger for a volleyball interview. So what does a normal practice look like?
A normal practice looks like scrimmaging and a lot of conditioning.
Okay. What position do you play for the volleyball team?
Mostly back row, like middle back.
Okay. Why do you like volleyball?
It's a fun, interacting sport.
Now, how long have you played volleyball?
For about 4 years.
Okay, thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that interview, Colin. And now, a joke with Matthew.
Hello, I am back with another joke. This will be a weekly thing, hopefully. So let's get right into it, shall we? You know, I once used to have a friend. He was an egg. In fact, he was quite excellent. You could say he always cracked me up. And now back to Carly Roth and Ainsley Kiefer.
I'm Carly Roth.
And I'm Ainsley Kiefer.
And thank you for watching another episode of CTV. Have a great day, Cougars.